Great. Hello everybody and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. That is a reference. I'm gonna let you tell me who it's from. But I love this game so much, so I really wanted to do a series on it. So we're gonna do that. I haven't even plugged my headphones in. Okay, headphones are in. So we're gonna get right into this. So Kerbal Space Program. The premise of the game basically, we run a space center, we launch rockets, we go to the moon, or all sorts of different planets and moons. I want this series to be not a playthrough, but also kind of like a little mini tutorial in between, just showing off how to do basic things. But I am by no means a professional, so do not take this for a tutorial. If you would like tutorials, highly recommend Mike Aben. I've learned a lot from him. He's probably one of the main guys that I've watched to learn about this game. But then there is also Scott Manley. He's one of the more well-known people in the community. But anyways, let's get into this. So we're going to start new, and we are going to do career mode. So as we can see here, in career mode, you have to manage all aspects of your space program. Funds, reputation, and science are all active, and contracts are available in mission control. So originally, I was thinking about just doing science mode, but to be honest, it just gets boring after a while. So I thought, if we do career modes, it gives us objectives to do. Therefore, a series is much more likely to happen. Anyways, so welcome to the Space Center. We've got Gene Kerman here. He's telling us what to do. And Gene Kerman, Flight Director, and your guide for this quick introduction. This is the Space Center. From here, you can manage all aspects of the space program. So, since we're in career mode, these are not. If you've played this game, you might have played Sandbox or anything. You've not played career mode. You might be thinking this doesn't quite look right. These buildings are smaller. This runway is made of dirt. This is crappy looking, and that is because we do have to upgrade these in career mode. But so we have to manage money, reputation, and also science. Science is the thing we'll mainly want, which works in here in research and development. We can get different parts, better parts for making better things, all the way at the end here where we get all these sorts of things like large probes and everything, but these cost like 1,000 science each, so we are very, very far away from that level. So we have that. We also have the astronaut complex here, which we have our different Kerbals in: Jebediah, Bill, and Bob, the original 3, and then Valentina, who was added in a later update that added female Kerbals. So as you can see, we all have different types. We have pilots, engineers, scientists, and another pilot. And obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. The pilots will fly. The engineers can do stuff like fix things and all sorts, and then scientists to scientists. But a thing to remember is to use the right Kerbal for the job. So right here, Bob Kerbal, he's a scientist, so we want to do our science with him because he will get a boost for being a scientist. As you can see here, scientists can boost the value of data from science experiments, whereas pilots provide assistance in flying the vessel, and engineers are capable of repairing broken parts if at all possible. So, we are going to go into, we've got the vehicle assembly where we build rockets, but we're going to go into mission control first. As you can see, we have some contracts here, like launch our first vessel and gather scientific data from Kerbal. We are going to accept both of these. And then there is also escape the atmosphere and orbit Kerbal, which I hope we can do, at least escape the atmosphere in this video. So now we've accepted these contracts, we go over here and active, and we can have a look at them here. So launch our first vessel. As you can see, we've got all this. It's just giving us a little story of what's going on. But down here in our objectives, this is what we want to look at. So launch your first vessel off the launch pad or the runway to achieve this goal, and we get 3,200 money, 1 science point, and 1 reputation point. And we also get, oh wait, Okay, so for doing that we get these, and then for completing the contract we also get these as well. So, and then on scientific data for Kerbal, as you say, it says recover or transmit any science experiment data from Kerbal to achieve this goal. So that means literally any science experiment we could possibly do. So we are going to go into the vehicle assembly building here, because we want to get started with our very first rocket. So we've got a command pod here, we can't do nothing without it. So this is where our Kerbals are going to sit. We have a Mark 1 and a KV1 Onion Reentry. The KV1 Onion Reentry is a part of the DLC. I believe the Breaking History or Breaking Ground or Making History. Yeah, those are the two DLCs. It's a part of one of those. So if you just have the base game, you will not have this. But we just want to focus on this for now. So what we are going to do is we are going to put this Fleet Solid Fuel Booster on the bottom. And the solid fuel booster means it will ignite and it will not stop until it runs out of fuel. So we are then going to go further down to basic fins. So we have some aerodynamics. We can just put, we don't really need 4, but we might as well. And then we're going to go down to science here and get these mystery goo containment units. And then I think actually what I'm going to do is take this off for now and just do one of these. What have I done? I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay, so we're just going to do... Why? There we go. You'd think I'd never played PC before. Yeah, so, and then we're going to go, we don't need any of this, we just need these two for now. And then we're going to go over a crew, get rid of Jebediah and put Bob in there, and just get this out onto the launch pad. Okay, so we're here on the launch pad now, as you can see, and we're built here, so we could do on the crew pod, we could do a crew report from the launch pad, and we can take that, and we can also do a mystery goo from the launch pad. We can take that as well, and since we are landed, we can EVA and do a EVA report, and it gives us all this. I don't think blah blah. Recovery, as you can see here, the balls are full, so that means all the science that can be get from here has been gotten. But another interesting thing we can do is there's different biomes in this game. So if we come over here, I'm gonna run. Okay, so here we are over here. The launch pad's over here. We are in what is called the crawler way, where our rockets come from the VAB to the launch pad. And now that we are in a new area, we can do another EVA report. So you can see here, EVA report from the crawler way. We can keep that experiment and we can go and put it back in our pod. And another little handy thing we can do here is, not many people, I don't think many people know you can actually do this, but just by standing here, if we jump and then do an EVA report while flying over Kerbal shores. So that's another situation that we have just got ourselves in, and technically, because we were in the air, it counted us as flying. So we're going to get back inside this crew pod. We are going to board, and that's just because I already did that EVA report before showcasing there, because I tried to do it at the crawler way, thinking it would be classed as flying over the crawler way, but it was not, unfortunately. So we're going to recover this vessel, and that should get us our contract of getting any science done, and we get a bunch of science for stuff that we did. So, and now we have the next one to do, which is launch our first vessel. So we are going to do that one now. So we're going to go back into the VAB, and we are going to put back the Fleet Solid Fuel Booster, and then the fins. And we are actually going to put 2 mystery goos on here, because there is 2 situations we can get ourselves into to do science. We've already done on the launchway, but we can do while flying, and we can also do splash down if we land in the water. So we're going to activate we can't do SAS because we haven't unlocked it yet, but we can launch here. And we're going to tilt this way so we can go into the water, do a mystery go while flying a Kerbal. And as you can see here, this hasn't fully filled, so that is telling us there is still a little bit more we can squeeze out of this. Hopefully we make it over the water. I don't believe we are. Oh, that's right, we can't do any standard SAS because we do not have a pilot, we have a scientist. But we can switch to a pilot after. We just want to be able to get a little bit of an extra boost from our science we're gaining here. So as you can see, if we go in here, achieve goal, launch our first vessel, we have done that, and we have also bagged ourselves 10 extra science. So we're just going to land in the water down here. We are going to activate our parachute very soon. We will get it out now since we are safe. And at 1,000 meters, I think it is, we are going to up it a little bit to 1,500. It should open it up and bring us to a nice safe landing. There it goes. And slows us right down. And now we have a nice little descent, 600 meters to go to the water. So we're still quite high up, so it's going to take a minute. So I am going to time warp a little bit. It's not a cheat as well. Time warp is a thing that is included as, you know, like getting to the moon. It seems like it's just right there, but in reality it is very, 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 very far away. And well, oh, there we go, and we have made a splashdown. So we're going to observe the mystery goo in here, since we can do in Kerbal's water. We can, we missed a chance to do a crew report actually, but we can do one from Kerbal's water. Then we can also EVA and do an EVA report from the water, and then get back in and recover the vessel. Okay, so we earned ourselves 21.2 science there, and now we have 48 science. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to research and development here, and now we can unlock things like basic rocketry and engineering, which we are going to unlock both of these things. And then the next thing we have down here is survivability, but a little tip is this: generally the science bits are in this bottom row. So we want to get this one because it gives us a prismatic barometer, which is another science thing to do. And probably we want to go with general rocketry. And then we want to go for stability next because we want these decouplers. So I am going to quickly collect a little bit of science from around these buildings, and then we will be back and hopefully be able to unlock a few more things. Okay, so we got a little bit more science and managed to unlock this stability one. So we have these ones, and there is 2 contracts there that we have just accepted that we can do literally without even launching, which is test this LV-909 Terrier liquid fuel engine landed at Kerbal, and the test TD25 decoupler at the launch site. So what we are going to do is go into our VAB here and make a very little craft, put the Terrier fuel engine on, and we're also going to put this, what decoupler did it want us, the TD25. So you're just going to put that on there, do this, actually I'll put this there, and we'll just put, I don't know, put that on the bottom. Right, so we'll just launch that, No, we won't. We need a parachute. I think we do have to launch to test the engine. I'm actually not sure. We'll have a see. So we'll test the decoupler, which is just that, and then there we go. So now we can just recover this, and we did both of those and snagged ourselves some more money and some more contracts. So if we look at this one, we've got a test swivel engine splashdown at Kerbal. That is fairly easy to do, and I kind of want to get rid of these focused atmospheric surveys, but it does make our reputation go down. So we're just gonna get rid of these because I don't really want any of these until we are open. Test the back thumb. Yeah, we can do that one. And I think it would be worth upgrading this so we can pick up a few more quests. Test this at the launch site. Test this landed. We are just going to pick these ones up so they don't disappear. And test a heat shield splashed down at Kerbal. So that's a lot we can do. So if we put all of these on, we can do these two at the launch site and these two splashed down. We can do 3 at the launch site. So we want this to decouple, then that to decouple, yeah, but then that to fire, but we don't want that to fire. We want to click the run test button, and then we should be good. Okay, so decouple, run test. You're going to start tilting over here, and I might even just no, that's not what I wanted to do at all. But that's okay. We can still make it to the water. So we did this one, this one, this one, and now we just need to get to the water to do the rest. We are going to come in for the landing we predicted, and everything survived. Run test, and run test. And we got all of those contracts done in one. Brilliant. So we're going to recover this vessel. We should have a bunch more contracts to do now, and we will have more respect. I forgot the word, but yeah. So we should have much better contracts to do. So which ones have we got? Now this one's a little trickier because we've got to get the timing right. My headphones have stopped. Okay. So for some reason all the sound cut out in the game, so I quickly reloaded there. So I apologise. So we had a bunch of contracts we were going to do. Yep. Right. Hold on. Let me just quickly refresh my brain. So we're gonna open this, and we need to test the decoupler. So we do this, and we're gonna put that in there because I didn't check my staging. Right. So we got that. We're gonna tilt over here to the water because we need to do some splashdown missions. We might actually escape the atmosphere. Because I kind of zoned out, so I've got to test this. So we'll test this on the way back down. No, we're just not making it for escape in the atmosphere. But that's alright. I don't think we're gonna get many of these done. Take crew report. Should have put some signs on this. Yeah, we got to 68, so we didn't quite make it, but we got pretty close. And now we're just looking out for this. We were actually going too fast. Oh god. Okay, let's retry that. So, we need to pay attention this time. So when we're in 340 meters a second and past 1,000, that is when we need to do our thing. So we wait for these to go green. Oh no 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 no. Okay, wait there. It might work. Okay, okay, okay. We still managed to do it. That was bad. And we might, yep, we definitely are escaping the atmosphere with this one. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Disarm. 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 Now hopefully that's reset that, otherwise we're going to be in a real sticky situation. So we're going to get this out as well, put this under here so we can do the run test. Oh, look at that, that's amazing. Wow. So we've managed to do the escape the atmosphere as well. So we did actually manage to get this done in this video, so that means next video we can focus all about orbiting. We just need to hopefully slow it down. But someone's... Damn it! We screwed it up. And I don't quite understand that one, because we had them and we were going that speed at that altitude. Now go, and then we can run this test here, do that, and then we might as well EVA, see if we can do another EVA. Nope, it doesn't matter. So we're going to take this board, see if another crew report can be done. Nope, okay, so we will leave there. I'm aware as well, this first episode is not going to be nothing too fun to watch. But if you can just bear through it, or even skip it to the next one, if you're not here to learn and just want to watch. Because the start of this is trying to get stuff. And I think as soon as I end this, I'm going to start the video on orbiting. So it'll be out really, really shortly after, if not a little bit after. So we've got plenty money now. We've actually got enough to upgrade the VAB with all of those quests we've just done. We've got 340,000, so we're going to do that. We're going to upgrade the VAB, and we are going to upgrade the launch pad. Yeah, we'll upgrade the launch pad, and we're gonna look into our quest there. Test on a suborbital trajectory. Okay, we just need to get that high and then test it, which is pretty easy in all fairness. You can just include it on a little pod when we go up there. Test this at the launch site, we can do that. And we also have a little bit more science, so we can get... I don't think I want to go with aviation yet. I think I want to come here for the extra science and this Propedein Stiputnik, which is a probe, and we may make a small satellite with it. So we will do that in the next episode. So anyways, for now, I am gonna leave this episode here. Obviously I'm going to start making the other episode straight away, and then probably leave if my food comes because I'm hungry. But I hope you've all enjoyed watching this first episode of Kerbal Space Program. I am really looking forward to playing more of this game as a series, because I do really like this game, and I feel like you guys would enjoy it too. And again, I'm sorry for my lacking of uploading. My brain doesn't work that way. It's the best way to put it, and I work every day. I'm always tired. I don't know why I started this now, but I'm going with it because I want to. Something I've wanted to do since I was a little kid. So, anyways, I'm rambling. This has been your host, Jordy Shrimp, and thank you all for watching.